welcome back to my Becoming a Breadwinner series. Today's bread is simple but delicious. I'm going to be making banana bread today. I got this recipe from Rosanna Pansino's YouTube channel. I see that she did this a couple years ago. I'm guessing it was during COVID because she was talking about how there was no yeast. Nobody could find yeast, so she made banana bread, and this is actually her family recipe, and it's supposed to be like the best banana bread. So I'm going to try it. It's supposed to be easy and beginner friendly. She does not use a stand mixer, but I will be using my stand mixer. And she also put walnuts in hers, and I'm going to put chocolate chips. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grease my loaf pan and put that over to the side and have it nice and ready. I'm just going to use my hand for this because I need to get all the nooks and crannies. My hands are clean. It's just me, my husband, and my daughter who will be eating this. So it should be fine. I just discovered Rosanna Pansino. I used to watch this podcast, and this girl, Olivia, was on that show. And she's now having a podcast with Rosanna Pansino, which is how I found Rosanna Pansino. And then I was like, oh, she like cooks. She's like a baker or something. And then I started looking at her videos and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I want to try some of this. So that's pretty cool. She has like so many videos because she's been on YouTube for so long. So I'm sure there's going to be more recipes from her, but let's wash our hands. Put that to the side. So I'm going to be adding 2 cups of flour. I'm using unbleached flour. She didn't say if it had to be unbleached or not. Pretty sure it's just all the same. It's just not bleached. So that should be fine. 1, 2. Ooh, shit. Okay, that was a lot. 1 cup sugar. 1/2 a cup of room temperature butter. Now I'm going to just combine them until it makes a cream. I think my butter was at room temperature just, yeah, I might have taken it out too late. So I'll just do this. Here we go. And I feel like this is as good as it's gonna get. So I'm gonna add my 2 eggs and hope for the best here. I'm not a professional at cracking eggs, okay? If I drop a shell in here, that's okay because I'm still learning and I will I will get it out. So I don't think this is ready. Shit. Okay. This is my fault for being impatient. It looks pretty well combined, the butter, the sugar, and the egg. Now, she said to take turns putting a little bit of the dry, a little bit of the wet, a little bit of the dry, a little bit of the wet. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, looks good. Looks real good. So like I said, the recipe called for a 1/4 cup of walnuts. So I was like, well, I'm not going to put walnuts, so I'm going to put chocolate chips. But like I also said, this is going to be for my 1-year-old to also eat as a breakfast treat. That's kind of messy, huh? So whatever's left in here, I don't think it's a 1/4 cup. Actually, it's probably more than a 1/4 cup. That's all I'm adding in. And I'm just going to fold it in. Next, fold in the cheese. Okay, actually there wasn't that much left. This probably would equal about a 1/4 cup. I mean, coming from the girl who's barely learning how to bake, who knows? But I feel like it's about a 1/4 cup, who knows? Now, I'm going to pour it into my greased pan. She said that to have your oven at 350, which I already preheated my oven at 350, and to bake it for 1 hour and 10 minutes. And she's like, I know this seems long, but I'm telling you, this is how you gotta do it. So we're gonna bake it for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Okay. Just gonna kind of, don't want to lose the air. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's what she said. She said do it lightly so you don't lose the air. Okay, see you in 1 hour and 10 minutes. Okay, it has been 10 minutes of it cooling. I'm gonna cut into it and try it with some butter. Oh, it still feels pretty hot actually on the sides. I don't think 10 minutes is long enough to let this thing cool. Ooh, look at that steam. I don't think it's done cooking. I feel like it's still pretty hot. I don't know if it's still cooking on the inside or if it was starting to burn on the outside. And that's why it's dark around here. So I'm going to show you guys. And it's not that hot, but you see how it's kind of turning dark in the middle? I think it's a little burnt. Hello? Why can't I get butter? There we go. I like banana bread that's crunchy. I like the crust. So, let's see. Ooh, looks hot. It's delicious. It feels cooked, not wet, like it's undercooked. It's good. It's a little crispy, I guess, for some people, but I like it. When you get in here, it'll be nice and soft on the inside, just crispy on the outside. That's good. Okay, final thoughts. I personally think it's delicious. Yes, it's a little crunchy on the outside. Not even crunchy, it's just like has a nice crisp to it. I personally like that. So I think 1 hour and 10 minutes. I guess she knows what she's talking about, right? Just kidding. I like it. I thought it was a pretty easy recipe to follow. And I'm excited to try other breads. I need some wins in my life because my sourdough, this is not working out for me, man. I don't know what it is. So until then, I will continue my path of trying to become a breadwinner. Thank you so much for joining me. Leave a comment down below if you have your own bread recipe that you would like me to try, that you think it would be really easy for beginners, that you think is easy enough for me to follow. I mean, I've already messed up both recipes of bread that I've tried to make so far, but I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm trying, okay? So any ones that you think are like, hey, I've made this bread, it's pretty easy, a child could follow it, then please send it my way.